Good morning everyone. It's officially 2023. Can you believe it? I feel weird filming. It happens every year. You take the camera, switch the camera off after a month of vlogging every day, and then you come back in the new year and it's like, this is weird. I talk to a camera. We had a lovely Christmas break and New Year's Eve last night. Spent lots of time with our families, and we hosted Christmas again this year, and it was wonderful. Lots of food, lots of delicious wine, lots of vegan cheese. And last night we had this really fun New Year's Eve party where everyone bought a board of food, and it was incredible, the food that everyone had, and we had like a different country for each plate of food, or a different theme. So mine was Mexican and Alex had Asian. So Alex made sushi, vegan sushi. Maybe I've got some pictures I can show you. And I did Mexican. So I did my Mexican inspired salsa, which I have a recipe for, I'll leave it down below. And then I made like a sort of fajita mix with some vegan mince and guacamole, and yeah, it was delicious. And everyone made like vegan options, and they had like desserts, and it was just so much fun. And we did a pub quiz where everyone again had to do a round, which was so enjoyable. It was such a good idea for a party. And I did a picture round where I went and got people's Facebook cover photos from people in the room, and people had to assign whose they were, which was hilarious. But yeah, we had a lovely Christmas as well. Maybe I've got some pictures or videos, I'm not really sure. I feel like for Christmas Day, I didn't know where my phone was, so I didn't take any pictures, which is a good sign of a good day. And I hope you all had wonderful Christmases and New Year's and time off. Yeah, feeling positive in the new year. I know it can be a tricky time for a lot of us, and that's something I've experienced in the past, so I understand if you're finding it a bit like overwhelming. But one of the things that I like to do around New Year's is kind of reset and declutter and organise. And I find that if you're struggling maybe in your mind a little bit to start the new year, it can help to sort of declutter your space and organise that, and it can kind of give you this sort of feeling of motivation and feeling of momentum to get things going. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to be taking the Christmas tree down and taking the Christmas decorations down and putting those in the attic, doing a bit of a kitchen tidy because we were doing the food last night, and we've had such a lazy week. It's been amazing actually. We had like a week where we just did absolutely nothing, which is the nicest thing ever when you are off for Christmas. So we left it a bit late, and so midday we were like, oh, we really should go to the shop, and it was quite busy, and so we didn't actually end up cleaning up or washing up from the food that we made for the New Year's Eve party last night, so we've got that to do. I want to do a bit of a sort out of my toiletries, because every day I open this cupboard and it's full of loads of different options, and I have a little cupboard under here with some stuff. So I want to just have the toiletries that I'm using now, and all the other skincare can go away. And I really want to streamline it, because that's one of the things that is a focus for this year, is just kind of, I think I started it last year where I said I wanted to sort of say no to some PR. And I have definitely been doing that this year. A lot more. I'm receiving so much less, which is great. And this year I just want to sort of stick to the things that I know and I love. So I'm going to do my skincare now actually. And then we can start on the day. So I'm going to start with my Reset, which is actually very applicable. Reset Cleanser from Stella McCartney. This is a makeup remover and skin purifier. These are like reusable. They come in the little refillable pouches. Let me know down below how your Christmas and New Year's was. Maybe let me know down below one of your intentions for the new year, because I don't love the word resolution. And I don't love the word goal. I mean, goals are fine, but I try and reframe, because I think language is quite powerful. I try and reframe it with like something I want to do, an intention I have, or an intention or something that I would like to do, something I would be happy to do, because goal can feel a bit pressure and feel a bit like, ooh, that's intense. Fresh. Yeah, I think another reason the word goal can be a bit intimidating is because it kind of feels like you're here and the goal's here and it's very difficult to get to it. Whereas if you set intentions or like things you would like to do, you can I find it easier anyway in my head to sort of say, okay, here's my intention, so what do I need to do to aim for that intention? So if my intention is to clean out my toiletries and have a sort of set skincare routine, it feels a bit more doable to just be like, that's my intention, so what can I do to make that happen? And if it doesn't quite happen as I expected, that's also like, it was just an intention. I'm nearly out of this. This is a good example of one that's lasted so long. This is the Trilogy Vitamin C Energizing Mist Toner, which I've been using for like a year, I swear. And then my Squalane and Vitamin C Dark Spot Serum from Biosense. Maybe some skincare experts are saying you don't need to double up on the vitamin C, but I love a mist. I really have not been doing my skincare as religiously as I used to be, because I think I was getting into a bit of a rushed headspace with Vlogmas, so I'm looking forward to doing it properly every day. So now I'm going to use the Osea Seabiotic Water Cream. This is a lovely moisturiser if you have oilier skin and you don't like using heavy moisturisers like I don't. Any moisturiser that's slightly heavy, it just sits on my skin. Even this sits on my skin. Like, it really doesn't go in. It's not like I have very oily skin, but so many moisturisers I put on and they're just too much. So I'm going to clean my teeth, get dressed, and then we're going to take the Christmas tree down, I think, which is sad. Let me know, when do you take your Christmas tree down? I know it's very split. Some people do it on Boxing Day, which I couldn't do because I really love the time between Christmas and New Year. Twixmas, is that what it's called? Some people do it on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and some people leave it up till early January. My family always do that. But I think maybe my generation's a bit more on the get it down for New Year. So let me know what you do. I love a new year. I love a fresh start. Like I said, it makes me feel very motivated. So I do like to get it down on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Just getting myself feeling a little more presentable for the day. I was just clearing out my little bag. So, because we had everyone here on Christmas Day opening presents, I put all of our presents into a bag in the bedroom. And I've eaten some of them because I got some sour Skittles, some Bendix, some deliciously Ella chocolate, lots of lovely things like that. But I was just reminding myself of the wonderful gifts I got. So Alex got me tickets to see Shania Twain in June, I believe. Shania Twain, You're Still the One, was our first dance song. And I love Shania Twain, so that's so thoughtful and so kind. And also, it's so lovely, the presents that I got from people, because they're so thoughtful and they're not like, I love gifts that are experience gifts. So my sister and brother-in-law got us tickets to see the War on Drugs at the Eden Project, which they're going to as well, and they're one of our favourite bands, all of us, so that's going to be so much fun. I just can't wait. Honestly, that's one of the things that I want to do more of this year, is see live music. I think because of work, I love music, but maybe some of you don't know that about me, but I listen to music all day long and it's a really big part of my life, and it's probably one of my like hobbies and one of my passions. And because of work and stuff, sometimes you just put those things on the back burner. So, and I also think because of the pandemic, to be honest with you, so I really want to see more live music because it's something I did a lot of growing up and I haven't done as much since being older. So I'm gonna try and do more of that, and that's a really good start. So we're gonna see Shania Twain, and the War on Drugs I think maybe is in August. I'd have to check, or maybe September. And then the other one is to go and see Pride and Prejudice at Hall for Cornwall with my mum and sister, and I can't wait for that as well, because I just love, again, that's another thing I want to do more of, is see more plays and theatre, because that's another thing that I loved when I was younger that I don't do as much of. I think that's probably something I do actually do more of, because whenever we're in London, we do try and go and see a show if we have the time. because there's often like last minute cheap tickets to go and see something. I got some candles, some St. Evil candles, some new welly boots, because my welly boots I've had since I was like 15 and they are not comfortable at all. And I got a few games. We played so many fun games because my mum got a new game for every person, and we played categories. We played this game that's something like Give Me Three, I think it was, and then another game that was like where you had to figure out like what the most Google searched thing was. My brother-in-law got a quiz book and we just went through asking loads of the questions. So we played lots of fun games this Christmas. Mainly it was those experience gifts, and it's so funny because my mum got me and my sister to go and see Pride and Prejudice at Hall for Cornwall, and we got her to go and see Mamma Mia at Hall for Cornwall. And the card and the printout, because obviously it comes with a ticket, was the same, and we were just like, that is so hilarious that we were on such the same wavelength. But yeah, what a lovely Christmas. I got myself this new jumper, nice pink jumper, and I'm feeling a little bit more fresh now. I'm going to spritz myself with the perfume I got last year in Provence, and I think I'm going to go do the washing up. Happy New Year, Al.
Happy New Year.
You're a bit hungover.
No, I'm fine.
I was designated driver last night, so I feel great.
I feel fine.
Your hair says otherwise.
Oh, I don't really see how that's relevant.
I'm doing dry January as always. I do it every year, except my birthday. Ever since I didn't drink for about 3 years, was it? Was it 2 years? It was a while. And ever since then, I have a balanced approach. And I like to do dry January as a reset because I drink so much over Christmas, more than you usually do because you drink on multiple celebrations. So I didn't drink last night. I had a glass of champagne for the Happy New Year. Yeah, it's a new year, and oh, he's hilarious. He's just got a bottle of wine out the fridge. So every January I like to not drink, and oh, stop it. I like to not drink, and then
I'm going to show off my new goblet.
he got this goblet for Christmas. Go on, show it.
It's very good.
It's a Harry Potter one.
Got a little snake as well. And then you just pop it out to wash it.
That's very cool. Yeah, and then I just have some drinks on my birthday, and then it just makes me feel like refreshed. In the spirit of being authentic on my channel, because I sometimes watch people and I think, is your house never messy? Do you never forget to do the washing up? Do you ever have clutter in the background? This is all washing up from last night because we actually made the most amazing food. I'm so happy with all the food we made. We did it until we had to leave, so we didn't have time to wash up. And that's just life. Bobby, what are your New Year's resolutions? What are your New Year's resolutions? I think that I know. I think 1, sleep more. 2, go on more walks. 3, eat more TREATs. Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. Look at her. Loving life. Look at your little belly. Oh, little one. Right, time to get rid of this tree. Look how much it's sagging. It's like, oh dear. I'm now reminded, why do we do this every year? Look at the carnage. We need a different base, I think. Every year that base winds me up, and every year we forget to get a different one. We just need one of those stand ones.
Yeah.
Because it's just so ridiculously hard to get out. Like, it's a clever idea, but it doesn't really work in execution.
It also depends on the size of the... Taking a bit of a beating. So that's how you do it.
Yeah, I just think it's just too complicated. It's just...
So I was twisting it the wrong way, so just in my head, anti-clockwise.
No, we're getting a new one next year, because that's just a nightmare.
Yeah, so theoretically, anti-clockwise does that, oh no. But when it's jammed in, it's so hard to do it, especially with that.
Yeah, no, we just need a normal stand.
Yeah, a normal one. It'll also be way easier.
To water.
I think also the mistake we made, I thought it at the time, was that when he cut it, I kind of thought saying, oh, could you cut
a
bit
get a
more
bigger
off?
stem.
But then I thought, oh, that's a shame. But it just meant it was so hard to water. I don't know. Anyway,
well,
whatever.
It's out. Put it around the front now.
You feel like summer days to me, warm tender sunny rays. I hope that we are meant to be. You say nothing at all when we meet, yet somehow I know your history. Oh, come what may, I'm ready. Picture frames, lavender and pain, they all live here within this romance. I get the chance to stop the run and be the lucky one. Odd thoughts and some dusty dreams, and we seem to find common ground. Guess everyone's got their own sound. I never cared much about fitting in, what's right or a sin. But as you stand before me, I give in. Picture frames, lavender and pain, they all live here within this romance. I get the chance to stop the run and be the lucky one. Picture frames, lavender and pain, they all live here within this romance. I get the chance to stop the run and be the lucky one. Just tell me I belong. That I'm the lucky.
We're nearly done in here. I ended up doing a bit of deep cleaning because I couldn't resist. I'm going to take this wreath down, and I wanted to just say and recommend to anyone Alex.
This goes straight in the bin.
So I want to recommend doing this because I bought this wreath. So look, this wreath and this wreath are both from Hello Petal. I'm going to move you because this lighting is abominable. This is the new one I got this year from Hello Petal. You see how bright and beautiful and bushy. And this is my one from last year. Equally beautiful, but I dried it and I put this in our kitchen. And then also, this is one that I made last year at a wreath making class that I also left in a bag and dried this year. And I had this on the kitchen door when you walk into the kitchen for the majority of December, and then for, I don't know, maybe about 5 days around Christmas I put it on the back door just because it looked festive. I'm not sure that if you left it outside for a really long time it would do it any good because it is dried I mean, correct me on that, but my instinct is that you don't want to leave it outside too much because it might destroy it. But these are so beautiful. I mean, I know I'm still gonna have fresh wreaths, I think, because they just are so gorgeous. I might do my own next year. This year I ran out of time just because we were traveling a lot. But I think drying them just means you have another piece of decoration. And I personally I just am so much more drawn to natural decorations like flowers and plants in my home over buying decorations that are, I don't know, like little trinkets and stuff. This year I considered getting them and I just thought I'm buying this for the sake of it, but I don't actually love that in my own home. I think they look cute in other people's homes, but I've never been drawn to it. So I just really love this. So I'm going to put those 2 dried ones in one bag, and then I'm going to put this in a separate bag and put it up in the attic. And it's probably going to look similar to that other one next year. And then this could potentially go like on the garage door, or inside on the garage door. Like there's so many places that you can hang wreaths. You can swap a painting for an old wreath. So yeah, give that a go if you are planning on just discarding your wreath. And if you are planning on discarding it, make sure you like take it apart and compost it, and then you can keep the ring for next year. Alex and I always keep plastic bags whenever we get them from anyone. I don't know where this was from. I've forgotten. Oh, I remember. This was from a present I got for somebody. And it worked fine. I'm sure there's more professional ways of drying wreaths, but I put it in a bag last year and kind of closed it up, put it in the attic, and it was totally fine. I'm also going to put a bit of foliage in here as well. Wow, that feels so much better. Bachelor in Paradise helped me get through it.
Where's the tree?
It's really crazy when you remove the tree. You're like, wow, look at all the room and space in here. It was a really massive tree that we had.
Yes, it was very wide.
Yeah.
We have 3 logs left.
Uh-oh. In the new year, we really need to get cupboards, doors for those.
Yeah.
I think maybe sort those the same time we sort the kitchen ones. I've also spruced things up. I'm realising I want to go to the vintage antique shop just to get some more books. I'm going to turn this off because it's creating lines on the screen. It's better. I want to get some more books for the shelf because it's lived like this for a while. I don't buy physical books often because I use my Kindle a lot, and I'm actually trying to work my way through books I already own. So, with that in mind, I'm going to go to an antique shop, maybe I'll take you on in a future video, to get some more books because I'm not into the trinkets as much as I am into just, I think it would look so amazing if this whole bookshelf was filled with books. And I know loads of people will think that's mad, but each to their own. Do you think that's mad?
A little bit. I want to collect. If my phone would work, I could show you.
Well, if there's ones you want to buy to put in there, I think I'll do that as well. Like I'll have a think, and if there's some books I really want to get, like, then I'll definitely do that. But most of these actually were from my mum. I went through her book collection and loads of these are from her. I got these encyclopedias from Facebook Marketplace, which was incredible. And then I think there's only about maybe 5 or so other books that I've got from a vintage shop here and there. I think these ones, because they're so pretty. Although maybe my mum gave me these. Yeah, there's only like 5 or so that I've got from a vintage shop, and then these I got from Facebook. And then these are all just our books that we have. These are Alex's Harry Potters, all the illustrated ones. And, oh, I didn't get you the new one this year. I completely forgot.
I was expecting it.
Oh my gosh, that's tradition. I'll have to get it for your birthday. I get him all the illustrated books. Isn't it a different guy now, though?
I think he did the 5th one and he's stopping.
Yeah. I saw one of them, but I forgot to get it. Anyway, I just think it would look really cool to have some more vintage books. And yeah, they could be like, in the future, we could sell them and replace them with books we're going to read, but...
Okay. This is what I want it to look like.
What's that?
Sci-fi masterworks.
Well, you could buy some of those and we could have a shelf of that.
I've got a few. Maybe a shelf would be good because there's loads of ones I want to read.
Yeah, get a shelf of that, and then a shelf we could have some vintage ones, because I just think those 2 bottom ones have cupboard doors on them to hide all the electrics, and the rest is just books. That's just, it's going to feel so cozy.
I'll
and lovely, and I'm going to try and look for vintage books that I would want to read. Maybe I could actually...
Sorry. These are the books we studied at uni.
Yeah, stuff like that, and also like
yeah.
maybe some classic series like that you can buy that are vintage. That would be cool. I'll have a look on eBay maybe. Maybe that's a good idea, to look on eBay for books that we want to read so that they can live there and we can get through them. But yeah, it's feeling much better. I cleaned the window, rearranged things. I always think it's nice to rearrange the stuff that you already own in your home just to feel like you've got a new lease of life. So I've moved different things onto the shelf. Got this beautiful picture of my niece that my mum gave me for Christmas sitting there, because that's something that we need to add now we've started decorating the rooms, is pictures of family, and maybe we should do our wedding pictures as well.
We said that, we said we'd
yeah,
we wanted one
in our bedroom maybe.
a big blow up on the canvas. Yeah, maybe to replace that mirror, you're right.
Oh, this mirror is crooked for some reason now. Yeah, and I added these dried flowers because this piano always looked a bit odd because there was no height. I want to lower this, and yeah, again, I would love like books just stacked on this piano, but yeah, it feels way nicer and tidier in here. Again, this little table just feels empty. I don't know, lots of playing around to do. I'm going to look on Pinterest and pin some images and try and recreate them. That's what I always do, because there's definitely some blank space here that I want to fill. Some of you may disagree, you may think it's already cluttered. This I got for Christmas, some St. Avel candles. This is a Cornish company. Sensuality, this smells so nice. Now I've got to tackle this. This is always what I do when I tidy. I move everything out and deal with it afterwards.
I'm your chosen one. Picture frames, lavender and pain. They all live here.
Alex has just taken a loaf out of the oven. So how much more did you say you added?
60%. So it's 800 grams of flour.
As opposed to 500.
Yeah, partly because I poured in too much, but it worked.
But you've made a bigger loaf. That looks like a really nice big loaf, because usually the ones that you usually do, don't they maybe last a day or two.
There we go, looks pretty nice.
Wow, that looks so good.
Bit exploded at the back, but
That looks so nice.
less than I thought when I checked it.
I'll leave a link to your bread video.
Yeah.
It is getting dark, so I'm having to put on the lights in here. This is what I want to sort out. So I took out some stuff this morning because I plopped you there, the camera. But there's just a lot of products. That's Alex's shelf. And then in here we have all of this. You've probably seen me reorganize this on my YouTube quite a few times, but it's just stuff that you use all the time, so it just gets messy. And when we do this bathroom, we're going to be having a double sink, and we'll probably change up the mirror setup, so we'll have 2 mirrors, so Alex can have his own cupboard and I will have my own cupboard. I don't think we'll need a recessed mirror because I think the storage in the sink will be quite huge, but I'm just gonna basically take everything out and try and plan, and I'm gonna start the new year with all of the products that I know I love and I really want to use, and put everything else in the box, and then anything that I don't think I'm going to use or is not for my skin type, I'm going to put in a bag so I can gift it to my friends and family or donate. Feeling very productive and it's very satisfying. The living room feels so nice. I'm going to be doing the kitchen tomorrow because that's quite a big job, and it will probably be a job that I don't complete because I need to buy some storage baskets. And it would just be that I start it tomorrow and probably finish it off next weekend. Potentially I would maybe film a part 2 of this, depending on how long everything takes. I'm getting a bit of an allergic reaction, I think, because of all the dust. I have that with dust sometimes, not all the time. But yeah, my face feels itchy, I think, from moving everything around.
I'm your chosen one.
This is looking wonderful. So Alex's stuff, he doesn't have that much. Most of it's just stuff that I've given him. But the way I'm doing it is morning, and I've put my toothbrush in here because frees up space down here. So I've got some Stella McCartney, and I'm just trying to stick with one thing of everything. So cleanser, serum, I use this toner whenever my skin feels like it needs it. Vitamin C spray, vitamin C serum, hyaluronic serum. I use that again when I feel like I need it when my skin feels dry. Eye cream for the daytime and the nighttime. I use a very light one. The daytime moisturiser, SPF, and salt of the earth deodorant. And then down here I've got kind of like more evening tooth stuff. So like interdental, these are I think like eco-friendly interdental brushes that I found. Mouthwash, I use that sometimes. I'm not like huge on mouthwash, but I don't know, any dentist tell me if it's worth it or not. I've got this water pick, which is also useful, but I don't use it enough, so I put it here so that I try and use it. And then I've got makeup remover. This is Typology. I like to use a cleansing oil of some kind in the evenings to take my makeup off with my reusable pads. Overnight serum, eye cream, a heavier moisturiser. Still, this is not heavy at all, but it is a little bit heavier than whatever. And then I've found this one, a little sample that I should use. And then I've got retinol, SkinCeuticals retinol. I actually got this when I asked the person who did my facial to recommend a retinol, so I got this one. Some oil, and then body cream, because this is something I always avoid, is moisturising. So I'm going to try and do that more. Body oil, and then hair oil. So I'm going to put this on now actually. I've got this meal scalp treatment with rosemary and mint. So I use that on my hair. I try to do that like at least once a fortnight. And then jojoba oil I just found, and I've been looking for that to use on the ends. And then I've got nail clippers and tweezers there. So way more practical, and probably to a lot of people still a lot. By no means do you need this much skincare. I just love skincare, I really enjoy it. And then down here it's much better organised. So this is like the extra skincare that I have, mostly PR, as I said. So I don't need to buy anything, and I can work my way through this as and when I want to use it. I actually really like all those things because I realised I did declutter and gift and donate lots of stuff recently. Up here we've got shampoos, hair stuff, leave-in conditioners, and then this is like body stuff. So that's like bath bombs, and most of this I've actually bought. It's bath bombs and oils. And then down here is like toothpaste, period stuff, teeth whitening, shaving stuff, kind of like more like practical things. Now I'm going to clean these brushes. I'm a bit annoyed because I have some brushes somewhere that I put aside to clean, and I've no idea where they are. I think that they're in this cupboard, and this is my next task because I've been wanting to do this cupboard for so long. And because of that, I keep on just shoving stuff in there and not thinking about it. So I don't know if that's going to be something that we'll do tomorrow, because I think I want to focus on the kitchen, but I might do it next weekend. What a successful day. It's time for me to make dinner and get in the bath. See you in the morning. So this is having a good start to 2023. So Frankie, Bobby not so much, she's feeling left out. Go on, you can climb up.
Okay. Just don't get on the white.
She's hilarious how she can run and climb in the most insane ways, but she will struggle to climb up here because that's there. Happy girl.
Oh.
Good morning. I love that you're in the background with animals clambering all over you. Just a little quick mention to this book, because I bought this book last year, which I didn't actually finish, so I will use this for notes and stuff. But this book is from Grace Beverley, and I actually got two, so Alex is going to give this method a go as well. This is a diary. The one I had before wasn't an actual like diary with the dates on it. This has changed my life. My brain is quite chaotic. I can be disorganized and I can be very forgetful. I'm super motivated and passionate and like productive, but I do procrastinate. And I think a lot of us are like that. And this really, really helps to organize your mind, especially if if you're a student, if you're self-employed, if your job is very busy or lots of different things go on and maybe each day is quite different, or if you're working on a project or wanting to achieve something, this is wonderful. So we've got first out my 2023 vision map, which I'm not going to show you because it's personal, but there's things like personal intentions and development, relationships, finances, career intentions, attitude and mindset, health. I love that Alex is literally having a nap in the background. That's so funny. And I filled that all out this morning, which is really enjoyable. And it was actually quite lovely because I looked at the one from my last book to see some of the things I had achieved. And then we've got 2022 things to achieve and then bucket list. I've got a few things on my bucket list. So things like take a cooking class, solo travel, see a ballet, go wine tasting, start our vegetable garden up again, volunteer, do a pull-up, do a park run. I want to read 52 books this year, and I've written down a specific goal because the last couple of years I've tried to read more and I've left it a bit loose and I've not done it. And then we've got personal intentions for the year, career intentions for the year, stuff like I want to start, I want to learn, I want to try, I want to continue. Really, really good, I think, to do this in the new year. Set some goals, set some intentions, reflect. But the key to this is the way that it's broken down. So this is a nice blank page because this was over the Christmas period, I guess, because lots of people still work during this time. So it's broken down. It's slightly different in this diary, but the principle's the same. It's just made a bit smaller because obviously it's a daily diary, so it has to be smaller. So you have a week overview, so you can jot down what you're doing this week, maybe if you're going away, if you've got a party, if you've got an appointment, if you're, I don't know, doing a specific project one day. And then it's broken down, and this is the key thing. You can do this in any notepad without this book. Quick ticks, which is under 5-minute tasks, tasks, which are 5 to 10 minutes, and projects, which are 30 plus minutes. And this has changed the game for me because it just enables you to break down what you've got to do that day. It makes you do the stuff that you end up putting off your list over and over and over again. So I tend to put off things like sending emails, replying to people, ringing people, and stuff that doesn't take very long. I think, oh, that's not that important, I'll do that later. And if I put it on my quick tick list, like this morning, I ticked it all off. I had some things to ring and appointments to book, and I just did it in like a couple of minutes. Life-changing. And then with tasks, again, you can kind of get loads of things done because you realistically start to understand how long certain things take, and then you can focus on what projects you have to be doing. So it really helps you to get a lot done and understand time management and how much time things actually take. And then we've got 3 non-negotiables that I'll get done this week, and then a main goal for the week, which again helps you to focus and have a goal and have a theme, which I find very motivating because sometimes the weeks can kind of become the same thing. So it's very motivating to decide what it is that you should be focusing on and what non-negotiable things you want to get done. And then each day is broken down hourly, which at first when I saw it, I thought that's crazy, but it helps so much to figure out when you're waking up, when you're stopping work, when you're having a lunch break, when you're doing certain tasks. So when you've written out your projects, you know that that project takes an hour, that project takes 5 minutes, so you can jot it out for the week. What I tend to do on a Sunday or a Monday morning is to plan the week loosely. So I'll put all the important things in when I know I'm doing certain things. If I'm filming one day, I know that I'm filming that day. So I've got one recipe that I can do in the morning, one recipe I can do early afternoon, one recipe I can do late afternoon. And I have a clear picture of what it is that I'm doing that week and what I can and can't fit in. And so this not only helps you to actually achieve your goals, but it helps you to let go of the pressure and disappointment that sometimes you feel if you don't achieve certain things, because you actually know what you can or can't achieve. Really recommend this method. You could do this in any notepad to break your tasks down daily into how long they take and set out a schedule. You could do this on your Google Calendar online. Alex is gone. The battery died 3 seconds before anyone else finished talking. Don't know what I finished, where it cut me off, but life-changing. You don't need this book specifically, but I want to give full credit to Grace Beverley because this is her book. But realistically, I have a lot going on. Everyone does. if you're an adult, you've got a lot going on. If you've got a job, you've got friendships, you've got relationships, you've got hobbies, there's lots of things that are going on all at the same time, and to expect yourself to try and manage them just all in your brain, or just jotting them down quickly each day on a blank piece of paper, is just unrealistic. And it's so helpful to break it down like that, and it's brought me so much stress relief and so much happiness doing this method. And it also has given me way more free time, to be honest, because I actually get stuff done and I'm far more productive. Anyway, I'm going downstairs now, and I'm going to I'm going to clean the fridge. This is what the fridge looks like now. It's full, but it's also not full, because there's loads of ingredients in there, but it's stuff from leftover from Christmas, leftover from that New Year's party, and we haven't done like a normal food shop since before Christmas. So it's a really great time of year to do it. I'm going to empty everything and then clean everything out and then put everything back in. And then, because I don't have time today or this week, I probably am going to do a similar thing next weekend. I want to do the whole kitchen, so do all the cupboards, so I can really see what food we have and start fresh, kind of, and only shop for food that will work with the food we have in the cupboard. So I know we've got loads of different rices and pastas and things like that that we can make our weekly meal plan off of. So time to empty this fridge. And there you have it, all organised. It makes me very happy. We definitely have way too many condiments, but that's just always going to be the case. There's a lot up here that have been here for a very long time, untouched. These ones in the middle. So I think we got this for a recipe, or I don't remember why we got this, but there's just a few things here that have just been here for a while. So what I plan on doing is trying to make recipes with these things in the fridge. I might do that over on TikTok, because I'm trying to figure out ways to sort of fill content on TikTok that I can't do on YouTube. I'm definitely going to do a series where I do I don't do a food shop and I just make food from the fridge. This month I don't think I have space for it. Ooh. But I might do that on TikTok, who knows. We've got some drinks here, some non-alcoholic drinks, some non-alcoholic wine, and then wine if people come over, because I'm doing dry January, except for my birthday. I'd like to do that every year. And then we've got some leftovers, some coffee, some breakfast stuff. Here I'm going to use this because these ones pull out. I like to use these little storagey things. Although I think that might be upside down. Yeah, it's upside down. I need to turn them around. I'm going to fill those with fruit and sort of chopped veg, so it's like easy access for snacks. And then here again, I'll probably put some kind of snacky things in here that are easy access, and that'll be like tofus and vegan dairy stuff. And then down in the space for leftovers. We've got loads of vegetables because we got a Green Chef delivery, which we got deliberately so that we could just focus on work this week because it's the first week back. It's got loads of veg and also leftover veg from Christmas. And same goes down here. All the big veg down here, so lettuce and cucumber and leek and stuff like that. And then I've got my athletic greens. These are like main condiments, and then lots of chutneys. There's far too many that have been opened, so we should work our way through those. But yeah, looking great. Got some more sort of tidying to do over here now we've emptied the fridge. So I think I'll just end this video with some time lapses of me finishing up the tidying, because we also need to do some hoovering. Because when you sort of undo stuff, it gets a bit messy. So our hallway is a bit... Oh, we also need to go into the attic. But we're going around to my sister's house quickly now. And then when we come back, we'll do the attic and we'll clean the hallway. And then hopefully that's like a proper refresh done for the new year. And next weekend, I'm going to do the kitchen, which will be very satisfying.